Hi Lacey. I opened up your document and I want to show you, I saw your question in the discussion, so I'm going to show you quickly how to fix this. The first thing I want to point out, let me turn this paragraph indicator off here. The first thing I want to point out is your text is getting cut off here at the bottom, but the only problem with that is it just needs to be stretched out. So your graphic container is smaller or shorter than the actual text, so you just need to again click on the artwork, get your handles showing, and then just hold on to the mouse and pull that so it's bigger. So that'll get your name in there. Now, to answer your centering question, first of all, this banner is pretty big, so you might have a hard time centering it. And I see if we click on it again and get our handles up, let's shrink that down. And let me show you over here, when you shrink this down, again you click on the image, get your handles up. These little things around the edges are called handles. And watch what happens when I scroll over the corner. So I'm in the upper left hand corner. I scroll over and now my little set of arrows here, my cursor turns in from 4 arrows into a diagonal arrow, and I can pull this smaller. Now remember, I don't want to make it narrower because I'll lose my text. It'll start cutting my text off again. So if I just hold my mouse and pull it in, I can just move in one direction. So I can pull it up by holding onto my mouse, I can pull it out, and I can pull it in. So that's how you can kind of resize it. You did a good job with these little graphic things here. So that's good, because that was a hard part of this a hard part of this assignment was to get these on here correctly. So one thing I did notice is it doesn't look like you flipped one of these. So, because one of them was supposed to be flipped so they like mirror each other, and you do that from the picture format tab. And again, you have to click on the image. If I click off of it, that tab goes away. If I click on it, this picture tools format tab pops up, and I'm going to click on this here on format, and then it brings up my formatting options, and this little icon right here is rotate. So if I wanted to rotate this, I could flip this horizontally, and then you can kind of see what it's doing with that live preview. As I scroll over, you can see what the different rotation options are. So we're going to flip horizontally, so that takes care of that one. Now centering this, I'm going to click on this again, and if you remember over here, our layout options, we are supposed to lay out our graphic up here so it's square, and you have that set up correctly. But now watch what happens here. I'm going to go to layout. I'm going to go back to our formatting tab under drawing tools, and I'm going to go to position, and I am going to select, instead of in line with text, I am going to select text wrapping. And then when I scroll over these options up here, it brings up a little text box that tells you what the options are. For some reason it's not staying up on the screen today, but usually when you scroll over it you can see it flashing. When you scroll over it, it tells you what those options are. So the center one here is center, so when I click on that, that puts my graphic in the center. I'll just have to pull these things back up here again. So that takes care of that for you. It's an easy problem to fix, but if you don't know what you're looking for, it is difficult to get that taken care of. Alright, so there is your graphic centered on the page, your top banner centered.